Well, making it cool, it's a labor of love. They take a lot of time to put together. It's not uncommon for one to be in progress for months and months and months.
So just imagine how many hours went into creating the 400 quilts, 400 of them all donated to the Carol Joy Holling Camp Quilt Auction.
We've got 5 here today of the 400. Heather Abbott is with the camp. Lance Larsen will be in charge of calling the auction later this month.
Right.
Welcome to both of you. Heather, 400 quilts, is that what we're talking about here?
We reached 415 yesterday.
What?
Wow.
And we still have 2 weeks.
That's crazy town.
It
Well,
is.
because you think about how much went into creating all of these. That so many people care about what you're doing.
Yes.
That they take the time to make these quilts.
Well, people do them. Where do they come from? Who makes these quilts?
They come from all over. A lot of groups do them, church groups, and then individuals that just really enjoy what we do, are a part of what we do. So, yeah.
We've got a few here. Do you want to talk about what we've got right in front of us here?
Sure, sure. This one came from all the way from Harrison, Nebraska, from Sally Stecker, the individual. This one's from Cindy Dunn, kind of the brown-looking one.
this one.
She's from Lincoln. Dresden plate, of course, you know, they all have names and stuff.
Yes,
so
ma'am. The patterns and things are all important. That's
very
right.
important.
I love that one because that one to me
You're
is
talking about this one, this
so
white one?
traditional and bright.
It
Yeah.
is, yep.
And there's a leopard print
That one's
type
called
thing
a
over here.
safari look, and it's from
It's got
a
zebra
group.
and leopard
So, and then of
all
course
kinds of
we
fun
have the
stuff.
Husker one on your lap.
Yes, ma'am. Because this is one. You know, a
Yes.
lot of people would want to have this at home. And who made it?
That is from Wanda Kruger from Fremont.
Oh, Wanda.
Wanda, good job, Wanda. How much do these sell for? What
like
does a
it.
typical quilt go for?
Yep, they range from like $25 all the way up to $3,000 or $4,000.
Like, how about the Husker quilt? What would something like this go for? You know?
I would guess, Lance, maybe $1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy cow.
How much between all of these quilts, and 415 now, how much do you think you'll bring in?
Last year we brought in just over $100,000.
Oh,
That's
isn't that awesome?
Oh, it's
How many
wonderful.
kids can go to camp? How many lives are you affecting with that kind of money?
Well, every year we have about 1,700 total that come, and all of it goes back to support our summer camping ministry.
Because these kids can't, right? They're probably not going without
Right.
this auction, without these quilts being
Yes.
donated. It's like this beautiful circle where these kids have what very well could be life-changing experiences.
Lance,
hope
you said
so.
this thing may go for $1,000 at the auction, but it's all up to the people bidding. And it's your job to get that, because it doesn't start at 1,000. Something like this will probably start at what, a few $100?
Yeah, $200 maybe, and then we work our way up and
What's your approach, Lance, to get people to part with that money?
fun. We have to have fun. We have to get the bidders competing with each other. We like to say it's competition.
Yeah.
Don't let that other person
You want a
win.
bunch of winners in
That's
the
right.
room.
That's right. That's
want
right.
winners.
Don't lose that bid.
So how do you do it? Mary said something about you're going to teach us a couple things about auctioneering.
Yeah.
How many years have you done? Because this is your family business.
This is my-
I
I'm a-
read you started in 1931.
Right. My grandpa started. My dad followed him, and I followed after my father.
Okay, so you've been at this a long time. You know how.
Third
so
generation?
Yeah.
What
yep.
were the first lessons you learned?
My first lessons were word games, you know, learning to talk real fast, the big brown bug, bit a big brown bear, something like that.
Big brown bug, bit
a
of
big brown bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta
and
get your
gotta
tongue
get your,
loose.
Gotta get your tongue loose,
Okay.
and then it's just counting upwards rapidly, you know. You just
What
get
do you
them-
say in between the numbers?
I don't really know. It comes
Give us an
out.
example. Just say something.
85 and now 99, 95, and I'm on 95 and $100, and I'm on 100, and I'm on 100.
what's
It's
the
a little.
blah, blah, blah?
That's what I don't know. I learned that from my dad.
So some
and
of it is actual words and some of it are just noises.
Right,
just
right.
sound.
It's more of a beat, more of a rhythm,
A cadence.
a cadence. Yeah.
Because you want to keep the energy
Okay, so
up.
what can we do?
What can you do?
Yeah, I wanna
you-
try it.
You try it.
I
well,
just did a little big brown bear. didn't
Yeah,
I?
big brown bug, bit of big brown bear. You can
brown
do
bear.
that. It keeps your rhythm going.
big
You
brown
can
bear.
you can start at 85 and now 90, now 95. Just count up by 5. See what you can
Okay.
do.
85, 90, 95, 90. Well, we got 100. Well, we got 100
Hey,
right here.
there you
100 right
go.
here. Mary, it's sold to you. Congratulations, $1,000.
John Michael
$1,000.
Montgomery, do you know that song? Hey, pretty lady in the second row,
yeah.
she's a I love that song. I just
Try it. We try it.
85, 95, 99, 100, 105, 110, 110.
Very good. Very good. Come on out on the 30th.
But you've called for years. How about this event specifically? What do you like about this event, partnering with this event?
Everyone there comes to have a good time and comes to donate and support the camp, and that makes the whole day special. There's no no grumbling, no, everybody's happy,
Yeah.
and it's all positive, and that's what's special for me.
And when you say the whole day, the auction is only part of it. So what else is going on that's kind of wrapped around the quilt auction?
Yep. We have a swimming pool, and so that opens at noon. We have a waterfront that's open. You can go kayaking or canoeing. We have hayrack rides also available, and tours of camp if somebody hasn't been out there before.
Well, you're making it
So-
enticing.
Yeah, and I saw on your front page you were looking for volunteers. Are you still looking for volunteers at any point?
Always. Always.
For in general.
In
general,
general.
Not just for the
throughout the
event.
year,
Yep.
yeah.
Also on your website, the quilts.
Yes.
Not all 415 are online just yet.
Not quite.
But
Takes
if
us a
people
couple
are
days.
looking for something, you know, because a lot of folks might say, when I saw this, I thought, oh, wouldn't that be a precious nursery quilt? Or, you know,
Yes.
some people might look
Yep.
for something specific. You can go online right now and look at most of the quilts that are part of the gallery. Just go to caroljoyholling.org. But if you'd like to be part of the auction, you don't have to RSVP or do any of that. You just show up to their site in Ashland. The quilts will be on display, so you can look at them in person, not just online, but the silent auction will start that morning and then things rolling throughout the afternoon. The number there, you guys, what you're doing is just terrific. And this
it's a great
event
camp.
is mind-blowing. Lance, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
being patient.
Thanks for sharing your skills with us. It's
Fine. That's great.
see
I
you.
wish
Glad
I
to do
would
it.
have like warmed up beforehand. 'Cause
Carol,
this really is a dream of mine.
CarolJoyHolling.org is the website.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for
Thank
coming.
you.
So inspired by this conversation, we want to know, did you go to camp? What was your favorite camp activity? Do you have any memories, Mary?
We were too poor to send me to camp. Thanks for asking.
Well, join us
So-
on Facebook at Morning Blend. I did go to camp, and the first thing you had to do on the day one is you had to take a swimming test. And if you pass the swimming test, then you could raft down the river. Big Mike failed it. I failed the swim test, so
Can
I
I tell
couldn't
you,
raft down the river.
My brother got to go to camp one year, and I ironed his clothes and burned my arm. So I had a scar on my arm for years to remind me that I didn't go to camp.
You didn't
and
go
my
to
brother
camp.
did.
That's right. We've got great memories, don't we, of camp?
We're the worst.
How did you celebrate your 10th birthday? With a party? Maybe at a bar?
Probably not. That would have
No.
been strange. Not your 21st, your 10th. But it's what Arts for All is doing, and it's going to be cool. What's planned when the Morning Blend continues?